Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. I seek blessings from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in Parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and their devotees and my own purification. Today we will be reciting Sloka, first canto, 18th chapter, Sloka number 37, Parikshit cursed by Brahmana Bai. If you see that the Bhagavatam, no producer or director can take a movie, even if it is a thriller movie. So much of thing is there. Means every scene, every sloka, it makes you curiosity. What happens next? What happened? Like so nicely, Sukadeva Goswami recite on this sloka. It took 37 slokas to tell that what is the curse Sringi gave to Parikshit Maharaj. Usually in the movie, no, after 2-3 minutes, it's already done. Okay, heroine kidnapped by the villain and the hero comes in the picture. But here, the exact whole essence of the Bhagavatam that Sringi is cursing Parikshit Maharaj, it took 37 slokas, and now only he is openly telling that what exactly his curse is. So, such a beautiful one. So, every sloka is, it is like a Chintamani. You will relish the taste, and every sloka as a devotee, what message we can learn from that mistake, what we are supposed to learn, how it is benefited our daily life. So this is a beautiful sloka. Let's say you can follow the recite sloka along with me. Iti langita maryadam.
What point? 18 point?
18.37, Prabhu.
Iti langita maryadam.
Takshaka saptame hani.
Takshaka saptame hani.
Dangshayanti sama kulangaram.
Tangshyati sma kulangaram.
Chodo me tata durham.
Chodito me tata durham.
Iti langita maryadam.
Iti langita maryadam.
Takshaka saptame hani.
Takshaka saptame hani.
Dangshanti sama kulagaram.
Dangshyati sma kulangaram.
Chodomi tata durham.
Chodito me tata durham.
Iti langita maryadam.
Iti langita maryadam.
Takshaka saptame hani.
Takshaka saptame hani.
Dangshanti sama kulangaram.
Dangshyati sma kulangaram.
Choritame tata durham.
Chodito me tata durham.
So, Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalasalakya Taksharamanittamena Dasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadabhishtam Padakayam Vandeham Shri Guru Srivata Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagadatam Saganadamitam Tam Shri Jivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Sadhana Lalita Shri Vishakamsa Ye Krishna Karna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakalpadruprisha Kripa Sundevacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gauratam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome once again, Nitya Bhagavata Sevaya. We will follow the word by word meaning. Iti, thus. Langitaha, surpassing. Maryadam, etiquette. Takshaka, snake bird. Saptame, on the 7th day. Ahani, day. Dangshanti, will bite. Sama, certainly. Kulangaram, the witcher of the dynasty. Chodaha, having done, me, my, Tata Durham, enmity towards the Father. Translation and purport by His Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada. Translation: the Brahmana's son cursed the king thus: on the 7th day from the day a snake bird will bite the most wretched one of the dynasty, Maharaj Parikshit, because of his having broken the law of etiquette by insulting my father. But thus the beginning of the misuse of Brahmanical power began. Gradually the Brahmanas in the age of Kali become devoid of both Brahmanical power and culture. The Brahmana boy considered Maharaj Parikshit to be the Kulangara, or the Richard of the dynasty. But factually, the Brahmana by himself was so because only from him did the Brahmana caste become powerless. Like a snake whose poison teeth are broken, the snake is fearful as long as his poison teeth are there. Otherwise, he is fearful only to his children. The personality of Kali conquered the Brahmana boy first and gradually to other castes. Thus, the whole scientific system of the order of society in this age has assumed the form of vitiated caste system, which is now being uprooted by the other class of the men similarly influenced by the age of Kali. One should see to the root cause of the vitiation and not try to condemn the system as it is without knowledge of the scientific value. Hare Krishna. So it's very interesting topic because the conversation happening between the Parishit and Singhi, and we have to learn a lot of lessons from these people. So this is the justification of this boy ensuring Maharaj Parishit. Maharaj Parishit says a Raja Rishi. He's a great emperor, protector of all citizens. Okay, he's ideal king itself. So, which you don't know. The Brahmanas are very powerful by how they have become powerful because by training, by culture, and acquiring the power by the austerity. They follow the austerity. They get up at before Brahma Murta. They do. Initial days in my childhood, I remember that. Only by nearby house, all are Brahmana families, and generally they get up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 and take bath and do all pujas. So I saw that. So this is the thing they were doing it. But such a power never to be misused. It has to be certainly carefully, properly used. So when you get some power, we should not misuse it. That's what here the Singhi is teaching us. The beginning of misuse of Brahminical power being with this boy Singhi cursing Maharaj Bhatta. Because he got a power, he want to exercise it. Okay, let me show that how powerful I am. The Brahmanas of present day doesn't have power like this Singhi had. So nowadays you can't consider the Brahmanas has any power at all. Other Brahmanas has in the past also. So not only Singhis, all the people, Brahmin community, they used to be very powerful people. Nowadays Brahmanas don't have power. Neither they have the Brahminical culture also. They don't have power, they don't have culture also. One of my friend, when I was working in the company, he was a smart Madhavas Brahmana. But because of his association with the film industry people, he started learning drinking alcohol and eating non-veg and all. So they degraded. So they don't have culture also. Now he is clean and he left all this association. So the downfall of Brahminical begins with misuse of Brahminical power by Sringhi. Because of Sringhi's one thing, all the people of their dynasty, they lost the power. The Parishit was the best of the king of Brahmanas, Bharata Vamsha. So Parishit is the best of the king of Bharata Vamsha itself, the boy. The Brahmana by Singhi misunderstood Parishit and calling us a Richard of the dynasty. He is very harsh words he uses. For a small mistake, wrongly accusing the Richard of the dynasty. That means the most fallen and most degraded, but actually Brahmana by himself is so. So he is thinking the other person is Richard, means suddenly become powerful, misusing, misbehaving. So Richard. So, but actually what's happening, it is that he himself and Brahmana community itself is that problematic of people. By cursing the Parishit, the Brahmana boy becomes the most Richard. That means angry and unhappy. So he's become very angry. Yesterday class we were telling that how his anger is. He was showing in his eyes like a copper vessel, hot. When it becomes very bright red. That's how he's showing his anger. The descendant of the glorious Brahmana lineage, he himself became the Richard, and he was wrongly accusing Parishit to be the Richard of glorious Bharata dynasty, Kuru dynasty. So once Srila Prabhupada told the Brahmana by Richard in lineage, Prabhupada in his purport is saying that he is a Richard, Brahmana by is a Richard, because of him only the Brahmana caste become the powerless. The moment they misuse they are powerless. then their descendant of such Brahmanas power will also be powerless. So example, Prabhupada quote is a snake, okay, whose poisonous teeth is removed, it doesn't have any this thing, okay, only the children will fear of the snake. But people come to know no, it cannot bite because it doesn't have teeth. Similarly, when the Brahmanas misuse the power, they are powerless. So Kali Yuga also, Brahmanas are powerless. So you don't have to fear about that, they will give curse and all. Okay, let's continue that. It's very important for us. Okay, here the very important instruction SrimadBhagavatam is going on. Shringes utter the curse to Maharaj Parikshit. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita takes that 3 gates of hell. What are the 3 gates? Kama, Krodha, Lust. Okay, Kama, Krodha, Lobha. So lust, anger, greed. So these are the 3 gates of hellish planet. So easily we can get out of this. Do you want to go to hell? No. Okay. So you are alert in class. Brahmana by Sringi is disappropriately expressing his anger by cursing Parikshit Maharaj. Here we have to understand the word disproportionately. Means there is a proportion, okay. I did this much of work, this much of salary. That's called proportion, no? So this proportion means you work the whole day and your boss is giving 10 rupees. Is it proportionate? It's a disproportionate. So similarly, the Brahmana Sringi, he is expressing anger disproportionately. For a small, tiny mistake, he made a big show of that. The curse utter is very important now because the whole Bhagavatam, the story, so far the 36 slokas, we didn't come across what exactly scene has happened. This is a confidential scene, how this whole story is going on and all. So in this sloka you will come to know that. The curse uttered by Sringi is destroy the whole Brahmanic culture and Brahmanical power. Here the Vani has been destroyed, not only him, Brahman. Vani means the uttering of words, the harsh words, no? That is Vani. So that is so powerful that it can destroy that. Not only the whole Brahmanic class, that the power of the word which is born out of that disappropriate anger. The word itself so strong. Okay. Radha Govind Maharaj is narrating the past tense. So let's understand that because it is not in this book. How Sringi came to power to curse Maharaj Parikshit. When he heard from his friend, so he was playing with his playmates, boys, innocent boys. So they came and told that your father has been insulted, not only insulted Parikshit Maharaj, he allowed a snake to bite him. So they hooked that story, okay, because they are not seen fully, but somehow they were guessing it, okay, what had happened. Your father is dead. So they concluded it. Because Sringi also not witnessed what had happened in the hermitage. They were playing outside the ground. So without verifying whether it is right or wrong, Sringi assumed that his father, it is a fact. So he had thought that, okay, it is actually happened, but his father is dead. So finally, with that news, he concluded that Parikshit Maharaj doesn't deserve to live. So sitting in the ground, he decided, Parikshit Maharaj killed my father, he should not deserve to live. He killed my father with a snake bite. So he should also be killed with a snake bite. This is a very important word. Tit for tat. That's one of the sloka we were discussing. Somebody didn't come for my birthday, I will not go to his birthday. He didn't come for my wedding, I will not go to his wedding. So what Parikshit is, so this is very important. As later stage you will come to know how it applies in our day-to-day life. Therefore he is uttering this curse to kill Maharaj Parikshit. So in this sloka only he is uttering the word to kill. It is very interesting in series of verses. He spoke that after departed of Krishna from this planet, the previous sloka, he said that Krishna is left dead. These upstarts means those who have arrogantly, people who know that they call upstarts, are flourishing. So suddenly, no government, then all the gundas become big people. Okay, they make a lot of in the right time and all. You can see that suddenly the gundas will come, they'll break all shops, loot it. So this is upstarts means suddenly they become big. Okay, and are flourished. Our protector is gone. Sringi is telling that our protector is gone. Who? Krishna is gone. So I am myself take up this matter, punish them. just witness my power. So he wants to show that how powerful I am. Okay. Sringi understood that Krishna's tattva. There are tattvas, no? Vishnu tattva, Shiva tattva, Shakti tattva, Jiva tattva. So Sringi understood the Krishna tattva. So who is Vishnu? Okay. Supreme Personality of Godhead and protector of Brahmanas. He knows it. Krishna is protector of, because Krishna, no, Brahmana and cows he protects. The first priority for Krishna is that. So we may understand Krishna Tattva, but difficult to understand Bhakta Tattva. He forgot to understand the Bhakta Tattva. Here Sringi understood Krishna's very well, but failed to understand Parikshit Maharaj, the Mahabhava. Who is Parikshit? He is a very Mahabhava and great devotee of Krishna. He didn't able to understand. The understand Bhakta much more difficult than understanding Krishna. So understanding Bhakta is very difficult. Even current situation in ISKCON also. Okay, it's very easy to understand Krishna. Krishna is okay, he is the supreme, all the story will tell. Even a small kid, who is the supreme personality Godhead? Prabhupada will ask that Lakshmi, Savitri, some girl, she'll tell that Krishna. So it is easy to understand Krishna, but very difficult to understand Bhaktas. So here we take the example. Duryodhana understood Vishnu. Okay, Vishnu Tattva, performed Vaishnava Yajna. He is such a great, nice person. But he failed to understand that Pandavas. He couldn't able to understand Pandavas. Another example is Durvasa Muni. He understood Vishnu Tattva, but he fails to understand that Ambrish Maharaj. He cursed Ambrish Maharaj. So generally we understand the Lord, but we fail to understand the Bhaktas. So we have in our life also, we should understand that we also understand easily. Okay, we fail to understand the deal with the devotees. Simply we'll fight with devotees. Why did he tell like this? So this is we didn't understand. Get our access to back to Him. These devotees are important to going back to Godhead. So that's what the last few classes now I was telling. The association is very important. It is all about dealing with the near and dear of devotees, Krishna Bhaktas. How we are dealing daily is very important. Yesterday class also I was telling the examples of that. Our knowledge and powers are useless. Our knowledge and power is useless if we fail to deal with the devotee. So which is important? Dealing with the devotee or dealing with the knowledge? Yeah, correct. Let's take an example. Okay, there was a king was very respected with his head priest, okay, and guru, and he would worship him, very dedicated to his guru. Whatever guru said, he will follow that. One day he asked a very important question. There are two qualities. One is knowledge, other is behavior. Which one is important? Could you just tell me, anybody? Knowledge or behavior? Okay, yeah, very good. Let's go on with the story. So here what happened that he asked the priest and priest replied immediately. It took some time, okay. He just walked out. It went on for days, months. After a few days, no, priest, because he's a priest, he can go around to palace, he can go around the city, everywhere. So he has, nobody will stop him, why you are going here and there. So one day he sneaked inside the treasure. There will be treasure room, no, where all jewels and everything is kept. The priest went here and he steal little gold and put in his pocket. He came out. There's a supervisor, guard, he's sitting there. And he saw that priest. He didn't say anything because he's a head priest. No, okay, chalo. Then it is not only one day, daily it is happening. Next day, every day is happening. And one day, priest was suspicious. He quietly went to king and told him that this priest is coming daily and stealing the gold from the treasure. Then king got very annoyed. Next day morning, when priest came to assembly, he shouted in front of everybody. He is blaspheming that. What kind of priest you are? You are stealing treasury which is meant for the welfare of the kingdom. Don't you understand? In front of the whole assembly people, and he insulted. The priest didn't say anything, word. Okay. Then he, about to punish him, he said that let the priest be hanged. So he given the verdict. Then the priest going and he is telling that. Sometime back you asked one question to me. Did you remember or not? But I remember that. The question is the king knowledge is better or behavior is better? So you already know that I am a very knowledgeable person. I am a priest, I am guru, head pujari. I can do anything of thing in this palace. But when you saw me, my behavior also, which is conjugal with my practice, now you decide, and now you decided to punish me. Now which is better? You come to know that is that my knowledge is better or my behavior is better. So now king understood which is important to that. So this is how we have to understand that our behavior is how important it is. Now behavior of the devotee, behavior of the practitioner is much more important than the knowledge. The power someone carries. Here the Singeri is a Brahmana boy. He is a power. But his behavior is not matching to his knowledge or position. He is a Brahmana, he is high class Brahmana. But his behavior, so cheap one, so it is not at all matching. So what are Brahmana qualities? Tapasya, Shanti, Arjava, Jana, Vairagya, Ashik, Brahma Karma, Vaishya. There are so many classes there. When I get time, I'll translate in English also. These Sanskrit words. In these Brahmanical qualities, there is no such thing that this appropriate anger is a quality of Brahmana. So I was telling, no, this appropriate. So it is not at all given that Brahmana quality, that you cannot disappropriate anger means suddenly whimsically getting angry. Therefore, it is very important how our behaves. Srila Prabhupada also says that we are got just a title of a devotee. We are all who? Title. We are given a title only. We are yet to become a devotee. See how powerful Prabhupada says. He knows us what character we are on. Okay. Here Singhi also called Parikshit that Maharaj is Kulangara. So he calls him as a Kulangara. Whereas the SrimadBhagavatam and various scriptures that Parikshit is called as a Kula Sreshta. What is they calling Parikshit as a Kula Sreshta, Kula Nandana, Kula Paviraka. The best of Kurus, best of the diamond of Kuru dynasty. He is a jewel. What Shringi called him is a Richard of dynasty. So how the same thing, how people looking at that person. Similarly, in Bhagavatam says that in where that Prahlad Maharaj story. In the Prahlad Maharaj story also know that Chanda and Amarka are the gurus, and Hiranyakashipu in the fist of anger, Hiranyakashipu shouted at them, he tell them Kulangaranga. So, but whereas Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says that among the Daityas, I am the Prahlad. So same person is called in differently by different person. So this we have to understand that. The word is a reflection of our own consciousness. Here, that's what's very important to understand. The word what we are uttering is our own consciousness. Radhanath Maharaj says this. So most of the time now we perceive people with limited consciousness, our own limited concern and our own consciousness. So if you are asked to introduce somebody, then you start judging the person. You predict, okay, he will be like this, he will be like that, all the things. Our own consciousness, what we understood, that consciousness we will see that. What Shringi thinking the greatest offending of his father, when Samikrishi came to know that what had happened, the father started condemning such appropriate anger is not good. So Shringi, Samikrishi got into came. Actually, the further slokas it comes, that's why I don't want to elaborate the story, because tomorrow also you should sit and listen to the story. Okay, I cut short there. So he condemned that his son's behavior. So condemning such disappropriate anger is not good. The perception and action without is so tormental. The perception and action without thought is so terminal, means it created a lot of disturbance. Okay. Chanakya says that something is seen differently by different consciousness of the people. So it's all because of our consciousness now we perceive that different about the opinion about the people. When example is when a lady is walking, beautiful lady is walking on the road, a yogi thinks that she is a bag full of bones. Okay. When a lusty person sees the girl, okay, this is my enjoyment is walking here. When a tiger sees that lady, what she said, okay, today's meal like it is walking in front of me. So it is all conscious of the person looking at the same object. Okay. The same object seen differently by different person at different consciousness. When we see something, hear something, we should not immediately conclude with our limited consciousness or concern. So generally, people jump into conclusion. Okay, some meeting is happening, before even the analyzing it, they'll started giving judgment. Okay, this is what that's what Samki Rishi concluded it. The response of the Parishit was for the situation was exemplary, but whereas how the response from the Parishit Mother, it was exemplary. Here for the devotees, very important to understand there are the response, how to respond to a situation. Okay, Gauranga Prabhu is saying that there are three types of responses. One is emotional response, the other one is political response, and third was devotional response. In a emotional response, what happens is, why this has happened? You are going to look with in emotional. So what happened? We going on meditating. Oh, this should not have happened. This has happened. He is at fault. I am right. All the emotional feeling will go on there. Okay, this is the emotional response. And political response is, okay, this fellow did like this. Okay, I will make sure that this will also be done for him. This is what Shringi did it. My father is bitten by snake. Let the king also die by snake. Okay, this is political. Tit for tat. I was telling that one. Devotional response. What Krishna has brought in front of me, let me accept that. This is devotional response. Parishit Maharaj, out of three, which one he took it?
Devotion.
Yeah, devotional. You are right. So you are still alert in the class. So devotional response. So that's why he simply accepted that whatever, okay, this is Krishna's plan. Let me accept it. Let me die within 7 days. Let me prepare for that. Okay. Therefore, the devotional response, what we have in Srimad. So because of his devotional response, we got the SrimadBhagavatam, which is the teaching as and how to perform devotional service. What are SrimadBhagavatam? SrimadBhagavatam explain how to perform devotional service. One person of devotional service has given a chance for unlimited souls to perform a devotional service to protect themselves from the onslaught of Kali Yuga, which is a powerful response. Onslaught of Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga, because of him only, we got Bhagavatam, and because of Bhagavatam, we are able to do devotional service. Because of devotional service, we have been escaping from this Kali Yuga problems. Okay. If he could have responded emotionally, suppose he responded to emotionally, what could have happened? He would have benefited himself little bit. He would not have benefited also. Neither way, it can happen, not may happen. Emotional response generally it not give a conclusion. Okay, it's not good for him also. Political response, yes, he might be got some benefit out of that. I have given a befitting reaction who is harming because he is powerful. Parishit Maharaj is powerful, he can counteract his curse also. Okay, that is counteract the curse is called political response. Okay, but he didn't do that. He did it. What he did, did the devotional response. Not only benefited him, unlimited souls are liberated. We are all getting liberated because we are Bhagavatam. Okay. In the clutches of material bondage, from this bondage we are all getting liberated. So it is very important that what kind of response we choose for a various kind of situation come in our life. We also pass through this kind of situation, but what kind of response we have to put it, that is Bhagavatam teaching us. We are today's message for us. Okay, disappropriate anger, this is another heading we should understand. The Krishna says to Arjuna, Karna and Duryodhana, they are not your enemies. Then who are enemies? Kama, Krodha, they are the enemies for better you deal with them. The lust, anger, greed. Okay, this is a lesson for us. Okay, Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter it says that when Mani Samhita also know how the lust, anger, greed generate different faults. From this, why they are repeatedly they saying is, suppose lust generates 12 kind of faults. Sorry, 10 kind of faults. Anger generates 8 kind of faults. Let us understand what all these faults are coming out. The first fault is backbiting. Suppose two devotees fighting happen. The loser, what happened? No, he will not keep quiet. He will go on telling, murmuring, okay, I was right, I did this, but that fellow was wrong. This is backbiting. He will not directly talking to the opponent. You now understood? Okay. And second thing is sagasam. Okay, sagasam means looks like some adventure kind of activity. Fit of anger, when you're anger, no? So you do some activity. It happens in Western. Children know in US and all, they'll go with a gun in the school. If teacher is bad, he will take a gun. This is called the sagasam. He also don't know that. He is like a James Bond, not 7, gun rotating shoot. That's all over. He kills. It happened. He kills his peer students. All the things. Third fault comes out is drogam. Okay, cheating. So, and fourth is envy or jealousy. So that speculate. Okay, he will start developing envy. Okay, he did like this. He should not get it. He has got so much of things. I should also get it. So jealousy about that. And next fault is the fault finding. Even though he is 100% perfect, you will go on digging. What? There is something wrong with him. How is getting so much of money? How is getting so much of fans? So something fishy. So fault finding on that. Then next fault is that damaging or spoiling or wasting the other's property. So what after that what you do? You started damaging that, spoiling, talking ill about that devotee. Okay, he is hanging around with that girl. He is doing like this and that. That true or not? He will start speculating. I saw that he was sitting and taking chai in that shop. He is exotic. So this is what the damaging and spoiling. Even though he may not be that, he will be sitting in the coffee shop talking to another newcomer. Okay, seeing the cup, he is thinking that somebody previous guest might have had coffee and left the cup, and seeing that he will say that this fellow speculating. This is what is called damaging and spoiling and wasting others' property. Duryodhana used to do that. Example, okay. And harsh speech, very strong word. You are with whatever all filthy words, no, using it. Harsh speech. Here also, no, Singhi saying that you are Richard Dynasty. Okay, you are not good for ruling there. So then last stage is harsh punishment, murdering, killing, something very. Here also, what he did it. He cursed Parshit Maharaj to die within 7 days. So, how the evaluation of anger goes. So, this is very important. We are still at the precipitation stage, initial stage. If you allow to grow, it becomes big flame, fire. It will destroy. So, 8 faults produced by uncontrolled anger. You got it? Then next comes the 12 type of anger people expresses. What all the type of anger we express? The first is ascertain anger and constructive anger. Okay, how this anger? Anger, he will not allow to control him. So he is allowed to, he will not control his anger, he is allowing it. Then what happens? Of course, you cannot run away from the anger, immediately give up. So suddenly you have got anger, you cannot become sage, okay, cool down. Okay, so all you have to do is delay the anger. So your anger, you have to suppress it by delaying it, not immediately reacting it. Second one is behavioral anger. So the person is impulsive or unpredicted. You cannot say that suddenly become angry, oh, shouting on that. Usually the alcohol people, no, we don't know, suddenly they will shout. Some people are very sensitive. Even small this thing, no, they'll jump on that. The part of his behavior comes out of the system. So it is because of the hobby, no, they can't say hobby. Naturality, the behavior is like that, anger. Okay, usually some child, if you have some 10 children, now some children will behave because he might be in school. You can see that he may not be properly treated, so he will dadagiri you too. Okay, so this is behavioral anger. The chronicle anger, this is another character you might be coming across, that continuous low level feeling of anger. So he himself feels that I am very low, and that feeling, what happens, turns into anger. If someone is continuously angry, or he has a low feeling inside within him, so he feels the guilty conscience. So for that, to overcome that, he will show us an anger. He is irresistible with the small things. So he cannot tolerate it. Immediately get angry. Okay. That is irresistible. Always frustrated. He'll be always about, okay, this teacher is always shouting at me. He's frustrated. They're giving a lot of homework to me. They're asking me to stand up on that bench. The frustration kind of thing. And his resentment means unfairly. I'm good boy, but the teacher is always punishing me unfairly. So these are the characters happen. Result in the chronicle anger. So it's like a chronicle disease, we say, no? Chronicle anger. Destructive anger. The fourth one is destructive, which might be the verbal or physical. So action. Destructive, okay. It happens with children. When the children is angry, it breaks the toy. They break, So destructive anger. He used to hurt others. Sometimes they will throw on the other people also. Not only breaking the toys, they will throw it on the parents also. People doing action with anger. Okay. Then comes the judgmental anger. Judgmental anger is a reaction to the perceived act. Something happens, so he is taken as a judgmental. Like usually, that is judgmental anger. I can tell is mask. Ayodhya, that all the verdict happened. All the people went to swords, broke the mask, everything. So this is judgmental. Someone else are flow or injustice against you. So the injustice they made it. So against you or someone else. The Sringi in this case's example is justice happened to my father. Injustice happened to my father, so he should be punished. So this is judgmental. He is not a victim, but somebody else is affected. He is giving the judgment. So this is called judgmental anger. I must know the resentment that I have done wrong. So judgmental anger plays what happened? They won't feel that they are guilty. I am doing wrong, but they will say that I am doing right. Okay, so we have to be very careful. The overwhelmed anger. So this is another character. Sixth one. When they hit to the boiling point. So what happened now? You going on chastising somebody, it happens in schools. Going on poking, okay, tolerate, and the other person is tolerate. At one point of that, it becomes boiling point. He jumps and he hits that. Okay, it happens in school, college. So this is the intolerant, overwhelming that anger. Okay. Next comes the passive or aggressive anger. So immediately somebody making the mistake, then you become angry and you will not reply. Aggressive. So somebody is making you angry, then you will not reply. So it is like boiling, okay. But you keep it in mind. You look like very calm, okay. He is going on shouting at the bag or you, but he look like quiet. But what happens on the back of mind, it will work. Okay. Various action, you try to revenge that activity, insult whatever, and that happened. So he tried to insult him in different frame. Okay. That is a passive and aggressive. It happens in college, even in the joint family or something. If the father is going on putting his son down, maybe some reason. So the son it's a boiling. So he is wait for the chance. When some guests come in front of them, that dad did like this, father did like this. So he will try to put down. Okay, you getting that is called the passive or aggressive. They will not react immediately, but they will try to damage them when the time comes. Okay, so that is the retaliatory anger. So retaliatory anger is that intense response and attack. So immediately somebody is attacking you, immediately you want to retaliate. So it happens in a fit of fight. Usually it happens on the road, two vehicles hit each other. The other person will not be cool. Immediately get out from the vehicle, he go fighting mode. So it is retaliates anger. You are able to understand. That is what. Then self-abusive anger. Okay. They're connected with change, the low esteem. So somebody knows there is very low esteem. Yourself, and I'm not worthless, I'm not worthwhile. That kind of anger is developed you keep abusing yourself, that with anger. Some people it happens, okay. They hurt themselves only. The anger, they will hurt themselves. Some peculiar characters will do that. So because of low self-esteem, so they won't feel that I'm in power. They will see that the whole world is shouting at me, so I'm not worthy. So they hurt themselves only. So silent anger, you don't express anyway. So silent anger is you don't express, but the person in front of you can make out that your eyes turning, your body shivering. No, he can make out. Then he will ask you, are you serious? Are you angry with me? You made a conversation, you made a hurt them. So you try to control your anger, but that body language, it comes out. So it is visible kind of things. That is silent anger. Verbal anger, this is another kind of thing. Okay, feeling remorse or bad temper, very bad temper. That not saying that, and after some incident, after losing out with someone, you really spoke out with a fit of anger. After that, you feel angry that why should I speak? Here, that Parikshit Maharaj, he did that mistake and in anger, and after he went to the palace, he was feeling that, oh my goodness, I should not have done this. He's a great devotee. He's a Brahmana, great Brahmana. So you feel that this is verbal anger. Okay. You feel morose, very depressed, and all the things. And volatile anger. Okay, volatile anger is very this thing, not very strong one. Volatile means easy to break. Volatile, like glass. Okay. Suddenly emerges of anger. Suddenly you get okay. You taken such a action which is unthoughtful for yourself. It happened. Okay, somebody from neighbor is coming and fighting in your house, and you might be devotee. Suddenly what happens is you go and hit them. Okay. And you yourself that how they get power. Usually it happens in movies, where the hero is very low person, but when the heroine is kidnapped and he suddenly got up and fight with the villain and rescue them. So this is called at what momentarily you act. Okay, it's that kind of anger. The anger is create such a distraction oneself beyond imagination. So it can, so much of distraction it can happen. So beyond your imagination, what could have happened? Therefore, the practitioners or anyone has to control the anger. So what we are supposed to? First, we have to control the anger. Anger management is very important, which will not. Okay, one should control the anger. Otherwise, the anger will control you. See, such a powerful word Prabhupada gives us. How to control anger? So we heard about so many story about anger. Let's understand how to control anger. Because end of the question you will ask. Before you ask the question, I am telling you. The first thing is there are two ways of controlling anger. The first one is understand why anger is generated. It's a little of using the brain, mind, and all. Okay. With this self-conception that I am the controller, you come to control, I can control it. When someone is challenging that control, immediately you lose that control over yourself. Okay, so in spite of you trying to control, still somebody is trying to procure, then you get out control. You are not able to control your anger. Okay, so so what your thought is that I am the controller, must be dealt with properly. How much control do I have? Am I really controller? These are the questions comes to your mind. But as a devotee, what happened? I am just a servant of Krishna. all the control and master is a controller and master. Who is a master and controller? Krishna is a controller. So whatever happening in this, it's all in his control only. I don't have any control. It's all happening in his control only. One way of we control is our anger, means devotional response. Okay. Another one is channelizing the energy of anger. Okay, in a constructive purpose. Okay. Here Prabhupada always says in the example as that Hanuman, when Lord Hanuman went to Lanka, he has angry, so that fist of anger with Ravana, he put fire that Lanka. So he used it for the service of the Rama. Okay, this is an example of how we channelize our anger into the constructive way. The anger can be utilized for helping people, helping right cause for the society. Okay, this is how we can control and utilize the anger. So, why anger is generated? Second question, it comes to that. Why it is happening? How can I do something he or she did it like that? So that is Sringi thought that how can Parikshit Maharaj did like this? Okay, instead of asking question. So generally what happened, some incident happened, then how can this is happen? So you will go on asking question. Why is this happened? Why it has happened to me? Why? So instead of asking that what we are supposed to do, how can I best serve in this situation? Okay, there is two fights happen between two devotees. Okay, instead of going asking who is right, wrong and all, no. In this situation, how can I best serve in this situation? So that no, generally you might have seen that very senior devotees, they fall on obeisance saying that forgiveness asking. So best thing is, and they invite them to their house, feed them nicely. There are so many ways. This is a constructive way. How can I best serve the situation so that now that anger will go out and damages will not be there. This is the conclusion of that. This is where we have properly utilized this angry energy in a right constructive way. Otherwise, it will destroy oneself and the people in general. If you allow the anger and it will not only destroy you, it surrounded by your people, your family, relative. It can go to any level. Even the war is happening. No, it's all because of anger only. Small ego. I want to rule this country. Soviet, Russian, Putin is thinking. So he went to Ukraine. He grabbed it for no reason because he want to show he is a big man. So it's all fist of anger. Okay. Anger is the one little word short of danger. The danger also has a word D, so it's also an anger. Danger also has an anger in it with an extra word of D. So Krishna also wants us to control anger. This is the conclusion of today's sloka. From the sloka we learned a good lot of message how we can as a devotee to adopt from this pastime of Sringi cursing the Parikshit Maharaj. The word is very strong word, very strong curse which is inappropriate anger. Hare Krishna, Kantra, SrimadBhagavatam. Any question, any doubts, any feedback?
Behavior